I'm sorry. Okay. Hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Sunday morning, Speaking with Spirit. And I have lovely SunPsychicJean. This is our second show together this week. And we're
This
just going to
weekend,
continue on
this
with the
holiday
fun.
weekend, double dose.
Yes, that holiday. Yes, absolutely. I was hoping today would be a little bit clearer outside so we could just throw some burgers on. I have chicken burgers that I usually make, put them on the grill, but it's pouring here. So looks like I'll just have a peanut butter sandwich. I don't know.
Well, it's
You
80
never know.
degrees and sunny outside here, so come on over.
Oh, wow. Okay, I'll be right there. That would be fun. All right, so Karen Doyle is here. Karen, hello. Paul Freed, Judith Anderson, Tina, and let's see, anybody else sneak in? Christine Fryer did, and Judith Anderson. Oh, I did say her name. It's cold out where you are, Karen? Okay, that's why I got a sweater on, yeah. Laura Hammond Davis, Elena Garcia, hi, Wiki, and Nancy Riker, Denise Lind, Dr. Ann, how are you? Christine, CJ. Yeah, it's wonderful to see Linda Kennedy. Hello, Linda. And Jonathan Daly, aloha. Aloha to you. Yeah, from beautiful Maui. Yeah, Dr. Ann told me yesterday that she's making a plan to come here if we end up having either like a conference of people, which I brought up in an email, and I haven't really done anything else with it just yet, but I already got somebody coming in from New Zealand, so I guess we better get going on it. Be a
Wow,
good
that's
thing.
right.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that cool?
I'm looking
Oh,
forward to it. I think it's going to be an amazing, and it's not going to be the last one. It's not going to be the first one. There's going to be many of these. So,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Isn't that great? Yeah, it will be so much fun. Just I'll have to freeze the moments because it tends to go by really fast, but I'm going to try to make that time wave a little slower for all of us. So
Mm-hmm.
anyway,
Mm-hmm.
yes. So Jean has been very busy with, and yes, I'm seeing more discussion in the chat as well. Dr. Ann and I also had a show yesterday, and I'm getting a lot of people that we were talking about AI and we were talking about UFOs. And I know you were talking about crystalline energy.
I've got to watch that. Oh my gosh! Wow, you ladies really put it out there.
It was a lot of fun, but Jean's been talking about crystalline energy. She's been talking about goddesses. She's been talking about all kinds of things, grounding. And so I think that we're getting more and more people that don't just want readings, they want discussions. And so, yeah, we had a good time. I had somebody say it was a J.O. wrote on my thing. And yesterday, if you haven't seen it, that she's 70 years old and she can get free education at either community college or college. If you're over a certain age, you can get that. And she said,
Oh,
I've
really?
been wondering
Where?
for the longest time. Yeah, everywhere. If you're over 70, I think.
Really?
And so
Everywhere?
she says now she wants to study AI. So yeah, I think so. There's some kind of program out there for. I remember when I lived in Nevada, there was this thing called the Elder College or something like that, and I think you have to pay for your books, and that's all. So it's really, they figure, oh well, these people, they're on Social Security, they can't really afford, to pay a lot of money. So see what we have to look forward to, everybody. I only got a year and a half, and I can go back to school free.
There you go. Oh my gosh, Aley, how many degrees? You have 6 degrees? Or how many
Seven,
how many do you
seven
have?
degrees of Kevin Bacon. No, I have three. I
Oh, you
have
have 3.
I have a BS, BS, and then I have an MLA, Master Liberal Arts, and then an MA in English and film. Yeah. So,
And
yeah.
do you have any what are they, lower degrees or something? Like I don't know what they call it. I don't know. I don't know anything about it,
Oh,
so I thought there was
are you
2
talking
kinds
about
of
like
degree.
an associate's degree or something? Is that
Yeah.
what you're talking about?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I went straight to the bachelor's, but, and I had applied and started a PhD program, but I couldn't afford it anymore. That was a while ago. So yeah. Yeah. Hello, Jill and Anne and Rush and Tina McSee and Maria and Kelly S. Oh my good, 10 is here. My goodness, we got a lot of people here. That's
Hi,
wonderful.
Kelly S. Mystic Next Door. Nice to see
Yes,
you.
I know, isn't it? Yeah, that's true, Judith. We do deserve free. We do. Everybody thinks though that they're paying for us to do something, and it doesn't work like that. I was having a conversation about that yesterday with somebody. Anyway, Jean, I noticed this when I first got here, and it's from Paul, and he specifically called out to you about this particular question. I've been missing Mom. I play her favorite song now and then. I come to The Garden Alone, which is a beautiful song by Elvis. Is that good or bad thing to do? And she is nearby.
I think it's good because really it's you that is missing her, and she's always around you, and she probably knows that you're missing her and is probably giving you the idea of playing her favorite song. It's we think that
Mhm.
and some people say, oh, let them rest, don't disturb them. And it's no bother. It's no bother. It's just like, texting me or
Mhm.
calling me. It's not disruptive. You're not going to interrupt anything. And their responsibility is to watch over us, the ones that are, our loved ones that are still here on earth. And so it brings her joy to know that you think of her, and that connection is strengthened, and it's just a different way of connecting with her rather than with her being here on this earth. I'm not sure how long ago that she passed, but if she likes Elvis, she's okay with me.
It's funny when I read that, Paul, it reminds me of when I was about 12 or 13, the Rainbow Girls. We used to sing that song, and I didn't know it was by Elvis. I thought it was a church song, like a choir song, but I come to the garden alone when the dew is still on the roses, and he walks with me and he talks with me and he tells me I am his own, and the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. So yes, Mom loves it. Look at this. She's looking at you there. You're his son. And she's like, I love it, Paul. Don't stop. If you feel so inclined, do that. Yeah, nothing wrong with it. Beautiful. Uh-huh. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thanks for sharing that with us. By the way, Jean is hosting a show today. Is it okay if I tell them?
Oh
Is
yeah,
that
absolutely.
okay?
I have two more. I
Okay.
I'll be on with
Good.
Sherry from Voices of the Swamp at 3 p.m. And then at 5 p.m. today, I'm having a big group community for a lot of people to come on and discuss, metaphysical things, ascension questions,
Mhm.
talk about vibration and frequency and just what's been going on with everybody. Have you been sleeping? Have you been dreaming? Have you been feeling that time? We had an amazing conversation about time changing, and then things
Mhm.
appearing different when they should. Something is just different, and maybe just have a little
Yep.
conversation and introduce
Yeah,
everybody and chat with the chat.
like a panel.
I think
Yeah,
it's
I
a
love it.
fun thing to do. Yeah,
Mhm.
panel. It's a fun thing to do
Mhm.
for the holiday, I think.
I think you're right. And I have been invited. I am on with Scott Scorpio Sun at noontime, but this Jean is hosting this at 2 o'clock Pacific, 5 o'clock Eastern time. So if you're around, come by. I may or may not show up, but if I do, or I may come for a little while. So we'll see. But she's got other folks coming, and yeah, it should be a fun time. It should be fun. Yeah,
It's going to
absolutely.
be fun.
It is.
It's a lighthearted chat, and it's interesting, and you never know what's going to come out, right?
That's right.
Mhm.
That's right. You never know.
Spontaneous.
Even those voices from the other side, they're there to help us out. So yes, let's see. I'm scrolling down because I don't have it. Oh, here's a question. All right. So Nancy Riker has a question. I'm gonna put that up for you, Jean, and I'm gonna tag some other ones while you're looking at that.
Can I have a
Hi,
message
Linda.
from my mom? It's her birthday today. She would have been 103. Wow.
Wow. What's her
Happy
first name,
birthday, Mom.
Nancy? Yeah.
Mhm.
What's her first
You
name?
know, it's so beautiful, such a beautiful time of year to have a birthday. And let me just connect.
Okay.
So I do feel like she lived a long life. I do feel as though she seemed, the first impression I got was a smaller framed woman, and which is, typical for women who are older, but she
Mm-hmm.
just, she was very kind, and it depends on what you were talking about. If you were talking about like the TV and the remote control, you would she wouldn't give you control. But if you were saying, "Can I have another cupcake?" she would be like, "So, of course, here." Very generous, very giving, very accommodating. But if you said, "Can I look at this? Can I have the remote?" she'd be like, "No." Like there's certain things, whatever it was, like if it was hers or it was important to her, she would have under no circumstances were you able to do this. So I don't know if there was like a couch that you couldn't sit on, or if there was, I don't know. She had her rules, but as long as you abided by her rules, then she was, sweet as jam with you.
Oh, that's
um
cute.
what is it that you would like to share with Nancy? She's saying that you're doing a fine job here. She's very proud of you. And she says that you once and always will be my daughter. That will never change. You'll see me again. I will be there for you. I am watching over you. I do whisper to you in your ears, and I receive your prayers. She said that you look at her picture and you wish her well and you bless her soul. And she says, thank you. That she says that these prayers that you send to those loved ones who have crossed over are very much felt and received. And she's showing me angel wings, and soft, delicate, gentle angel wings.
Uh-uh. Hmm.
I think that's it. How about you, Aley?
Okay. I just pulled some cards for her. I don't know if she liked to travel or she liked to go find out, like explore things. And what I mean by that is, you can go to the park and explore the park, or you could go to the thrift store and just poke around. She said she didn't care about most things, so maybe she didn't do that. But I get explorer, so I'm wondering if not, she may be doing that where she is. She's exploring all the things she didn't realize, uh, when she was here, that up there offers. She wants to remind you that no matter how old you are, you need to play some. So you don't have to climb on the hobby horse, but spend a little time in play and just enjoy your life, because life goes by very fast. And she says, I'm with you when you have birthdays and holidays, and I'm on the spirit throne. So you almost could put out a chair for her, although she'll find one anyway. But she says, I'm there and I listen to what you're talking about and what you say. So that's what I get for you, Nancy. Yeah. Thank you, Nancy. She was beautiful and she loved music. Oh, that's
Oh,
lovely. That's nice. What great memories for you, Nancy. So hello, Valerie, Illumination Portal. Hello, also to let's see, Rachel came in, Rush came in, Leah came in, Val came in, and so did Ramon. Moon Scarab came in, and Jonathan Daly said, love a good chat about deeper topics. That's great. So just in case, everybody, we've got 12 questions here already, and that's about all we can take today, and still, get to everybody. So thank you so much. And remember, Jean's going to be on later on, and I will be too. So you can always come and ask a question in that chat. So, all right. So Karen's going up north to visit her son. She wonders if she should go in June or July.
My first instinct was June, sooner rather than later. And you say up north, but yep, I'm sticking with June.
I got June as well. Yep, on my pendulum. Yep. Yeah.
It's a beautiful, and Aley, you grew up there in New England, right? It's so picturesque, all that seaside villages and little cottages and just beautiful, tall trees and the fresh water rivers all over in the mountains. It's such a picturesque area in the States here. If you haven't gone, it's really worth seeing for sure. We have family up there, so we've been up there a couple of times.
Okay. Yeah. I particularly love to go in the fall. I like September and October, but you're not asking about that time period. So I think June is better anyway. July gets very sticky there. And so I think June you'd have a better time with the humidity. So enjoy yourself, my dear. Thank you so much. All right, Tina McC, you would love to have a message from either your ancestors, spirits, or guides. All right, thank you. Oh, it's Northern California. Oh, okay. Well, it's still beautiful up in Northern California, Karen.
So they want to tell you, Tina McC, that you're right. They're saying you're right. And I feel as though this is your angels and guides. They're saying what you feel, sense, and see is you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Believe what it is that you are thinking, that you are encountering or wondering, that you are right. Let me get more. They're showing me the Fibonacci spiral, and they're saying to listen, to open up that throat chakra, to hum, and to maybe place a blue turquoise on your throat when you're either sitting back and reading or sitting back and watching whatever, if you can put a little necklace on. But they're talking about opening up your third or your throat chakra, and to make sure that you're listening. And there's like echoes. Yep. It's either your third, I don't know why I keep saying third. Your third chakra is coming online, and or it's opening, or it's changing, and they want you to focus on that and to work on that and to develop that.
Awesome. So I pulled a couple of cards for you. And a first one I got was heart activation. So this can open up, and your heart, of course, is the next one down. But it says here, you must begin more to love yourself, follow your bliss, and it will restore whatever it is that you maybe have been missing. And I love this picture. Look at how beautiful it is. It's a journey that you're on. And this is what's really important. The next card, it says, don't rush. Do not rush. It says, there is no need to rush. Go with the flow and trust it, just like a boat floating on the water. And so I just love this. We think, oh, I've got to go do that right now, or why won't this happen right now, or how long is it going to take for this to happen? Spirit time. Spirit time. Don't rush. Enjoy the view. We are living in the now right now, and that's about it. We don't know about tomorrow, so we got to enjoy today anyway. All right. Oh, you have an issue with that one, Tina? Okay. She says with this one, that makes sense. Okay. Oh, you're welcome. We're happy to read for you. Thank you. Linda Bishop. I know you don't want to talk about politics and negativity. I just saw this and I thought I'd put it up because it never ends with what they do in that state for anything. So thanks for letting us know, Linda. Just another crazy day in Texas, I see. So we have Jonathan Daly. You would like a message from your guides. Oh my goodness. I feel honored that you're asking us. Thank you.
I feel like there's going to be some shifting and moving with your abilities and with your connection with your spirit guides. I think there's new spirit guides and higher, maybe off-planet spirit guides coming in. So I feel as though you're also going to be maybe ramping up your connections. I don't know. Wait, did you ask me for a dragon the other day? Because I feel dragons are coming in. I know that you have earthly connections with the elementals and these type spirits, and I'm not sure if you go into the galactics, but I feel like something is going to be ramping up with your connection and opening up. It's like a different channel. It's like there's, because of all of us changing our frequency and our energy, then our spirit guides are also ramping up and the connection is coming through. I also see somebody with an armor, almost like a Viking. So maybe some of your past lives will be coming through it and assisting you. But either that or it's that Norse god kind of a connection also with you. But you have a very strong, very healthy, very open connection working with your guides. And they want you to not only do this for others, but integrate this for yourself. Ask for things for yourself, and prepare and set things up for yourself. And ask for what you want and tell them the time frame and expect the outcome, and then review it and then do it again. They want you to work on yourself, do more things for yourself. And that's what I got.
Oh, it's beautiful. So, Jonathan, I got some really kind of applicable cards for what Gina said. There's a hidden portal that you're going to access. It contains, it gives you an alternate route to where you want to go, where you want to be. It says to look closer for the creative solutions. And it's just a beautiful place. Look at this. It's like a portal that is coming up somewhere, maybe outside. Now, the next card just blew my mind because I think that Maui was Lemuria. Is Maui Lemuria? I think so. And it says, you are holding the light. Lemuria, or Lemuria, sorry. Lemuria. Ancient memories, sensitive gifts, I remember. So I think this portal that you're going through, or this hidden portal, has always been there, but it's becoming more and more activated because you're in Lemuria. And so you hold the light for for your area there. I know Betsy does too. And there's a few others that are there that are very in tune with this. But I love this. It just feels right to me. So there you go, Jonathan. Please tell us if things really open up for you. We would just love to know. Absolutely.
He said he had a channeler upgrade his abilities. So, and they opened a channel of bigger with light language. Interesting. Very nice. And he's saying Hawaii was Lemuria, and he had several lifetimes in Lemuria. So you're spot on, Aley.
Unbelievable card. It's always synchronicity when a card comes out that has something like that on it. And thank you, Jonathan. Blew my mind. Wow. Hi, Lise Niedermeyer, and hi, Lark. And anybody else that we may have missed, thank you for being with us. Yeah, taking your time. Good, good. Thanks, Jonathan. All right. So we have 10, and 10 says, I don't know how you always do this, but if you have a message, any message for me regarding career or job, I'd appreciate it. Well, we thank you for being here. Thank you for the question.
Are you looking to move, or are you looking for something new? Let me just go in and see if I can tap into your energy. 10, I think I did give you a reading once before, and then I will go from there.
Wow.
So I do see hawk energy coming in, and I see hawk coming down really close to water, and the water is reflecting the hawk. And so I see two hawks, but one is a reflection. I also see hawk perched as well. And what this is it lets me know that you have vision, you have visionary, you have foresight, you can see the big picture. You're not as good with details. You're better with seeing like how everything works as a whole rather than how one thing is working. I see management. I see it, it's beautiful because there's a lot of entrepreneurial type of tendencies here, and so you can have the vision of how to do things or what to get done or how to be successful because you can see the big picture. But getting the nitty gritty, you would have to maybe have somebody assist you with that in some capacity. And that's what I'll go. I'll just stop there.
Yeah. Okay. Just a reminder that the questions are closed. If there's a moderator on Jean's channel, could you put that up for so people on that channel will know? That would be helpful for me. Thank you. I'll go back to the question. 10, I got some interesting cards for you. The first card I got was a rose, and it says here, feelings of love and things like that. But I always look at it from the more recent, will you accept this rose? It's like an offer. That's what I take it as, an offer. Will you accept this rose? Will you take this rose? It says that you're going to level up in this new job. So whatever it is that you're going to do is either a step or two above what you do now. And they said it will take a little bit of time. I get the turtle. So it's, turtle goes slow, but turtle always gets to where they're going. Finally, I get illumination in your career. So it says, get clarity before you act. You achieve great things. It says here, electrician, teacher, tour guide, journalist. I don't know if any of those are anything you're interested in, but if not,
what the heck is that? That's amazing.
This one's called Golden Opportunity Career Oracle.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a deck.
That's kind of
what is
different.
it? Electrician, teacher, tour guide, journalist. Wow. Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know if those are anything you do, but at the very least, you will be illuminated to make your decision so that you can make a good decision when the time comes. Yeah. All right. Okay.
Accentuate your strengths. Go with what you enjoy doing.
Accentuate the positive and eliminate the negative. Makes you think. Okay.
Yeah.
Me and my songs, right?
Thanks
everybody for putting that up. Thank you on Jean's channel. Thank you. All right. So we've got Judith Anderson. And wow, I love it, Judith. You know the rules. Everything in caps. Perfect. So
I click on anything that is in caps.
Good idea. What do you and my spirit guides see for me for my finances, current job, my own house, whichever one of these pop out at you? Okay.
Well, I think that what I feel for you, Judith, is that you're not interested in your finances or your job. You just really want to know if you can get your own house. That's really what you want. And I think that you think working through the job and your finances is how you're going to get your own house, but it's not the only way. And Spirit says, allow them to work on your behalf in all the ways and not just the ways that you can see. It's not always A equals B equals C. It's sometimes something different, something unexpected, and a different opportunity. So they want you just to stay open-minded and keep that goal in focus and imagine yourself in that goal. I feel as though your having your own house is really important to you. That's what you ultimately want. And I think, Judith, you make some smart decisions with your cash flow. They're telling me you're really good at cash flow, and you watch it come in and you watch it go out, and they want you to maybe do what they call pretend homeowner, like put aside the amount of mortgage, or if you're paying for your house outright, put aside the amount for taxes and amount for repairs and the amount for all the utilities, and work on that. I feel as though you're really good at your keeping track of your finances, keeping track of the input and output. And they want you to try and maybe put a separate account there so you can see how you can swing it, and know that the job, the income, the abundance will follow once you start figuring it out and living as if you're in your own house. This, you'll say, oh, okay, well, maybe I can't do it this way, maybe I can do it that way, and you'll understand, you'll be able to understand it and accept it more, rather than pie in the sky, my own house kind of thing. How about you, Aley?
There you go. Well, the first card I got was free flowing. And so they want you to put it out just exactly as Jean said, have it become your intention, and speak it and feel it and believe in it, and then let it go and let it flow. Let it go and let it flow. It says chart your own course and enjoy the abundance. That's what I get. So it's like a fountain of, and that's like money just flows and flows. The second one is getting the salary you need and fixing your problems at work, and I get solutions will come for you. So it's like a big puzzle piece that you have to solve, but you have a goal. As Jean said, you want a house, and so that goal is out there, but you need to be able to meet the goal in order to get it and pay for it and live in it and take care of all the other things that come with it. It says here that you will discover hidden potential, and when you pay attention to details, and you will become more like a visionary. In other words, you I had a vision for where I wanted to live. It ended up taking me 5 years, which isn't what I wanted, but I got every single thing ticked off on my list, including an RV hookup and area in my yard, being out in the woods. All those things came to me, but I had to have a vision. And if you have your vision, there's no reason why you won't get it. So, yeah. Thank you so
So, Judith,
much.
I just sent you somebody. Her name is Fantastic, and she's on YouTube, and she
Oh,
helps you to be able to work on cash flow and gaining, keeping more of what you earn. She's really, really good. And if you're that, I feel as though you're really good at monitoring your finances, you'll really like her. So if anybody is interested,
awesome.
she's free on YouTube for this time only, until they
Mhm.
find out, which, this is what they don't want you to know. In other words, she's brilliant,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's good.
I get it. I get it. Thank you, Jean. Yeah. Jill brought up something very important. And this happened to me. I got over 5,000 something subscribers, and then it got up to like 5,015, and now it's down to 5,006. And that's because YouTube is doing some algorithm stuff. And so I'm asking people not to put in the chat a link to subscribe. You have to go directly to it. But YouTube is also doing some housekeeping to drop inactive subscribers, or they may have passed. And the key is when you get the notification, notify me, you need to tap on it. Easy done. So thanks, Jill. I appreciate you letting everybody know.
Yeah,
That was
and you can
beautifully
simply
written.
just go to the search bar in YouTube and write Heart and Soul, and Aley will pop right up a million times everywhere.
And so does Jean, SunPsychicJean. It comes right up. Yeah, absolutely. And so does Jonathan Daly. He's got a channel. And so does some other folks that are in the chat. Ramon is Moon Scarab. So I always am, and I'm all about empowering other people. So there you go. All right. So his name is Ernesto. And he recently, her dad recently passed.
Oh, Elena.
I'm sorry for your loss, Elena.
Mm-hmm.
He's fine. He's better than you.
I do feel as though you were taking care of him before he passed. It wasn't something sudden, it was something gradual. And I feel as though as he sort of is telling me that he became more childlike in his as he towards the end of his life, and it was almost like the role reversal. And this role reversal, you feel that he still needs your assistance, he still needs your guidance, he still needs some help, and you're wondering if he was able to do it on his own, because he needed assistance to do on doing things here on his own. And he's saying he's great. He said he's fine, he's stronger than ever. He's saying he left that the ailments, the needing assistance, and the I don't know, the dependency type of energy has left behind, and he's back to his whole self again. He's back to his vital, aware self again. And he's saying, thank you. He's saying, that was my physical energy, sort of depleting. And now that I'm out of the physical, my energy is back to the strongest vibration that I am. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's awesome. Wow.
Yep. So he's okay.
The other thing that people, so many people have said about those people that have passed over, is that sometimes they're described as younger people, because you can pick whatever age you want to be when you're over there. So most people are early adult life, like 30s. And so a lot of people will say, well, that didn't sound like Dad. But then you look at a picture when he's in his 30s and you go, oh, yeah, okay, I get it. Yeah. Anyway, he said it was a privilege to be loved and tended to by you, Elena, that he's bowing his head because he can't believe all of the beauty and the way that you cared for him and loved him. And it was a privilege to be your father, he said. Lots of time will pass, but eventually, and there is no rush, we will be together again. But I'm with you anyway. You may not think I am, but I'm right there. I'm just a breath away. And he said, I will be forevermore. So just a beautiful bunch of cards that validate his love for you. So thank you very much. Yeah. All right. God bless you, Elena. All right. And you want to find out about your father, Richard Kalk? You just want to know, like we did for Ernesto? You want just a message from him, Leah? Okay. Rachel H., if you're here, would you please put your husband's first name in? You don't have to put the last name. I gotta go. I'll be right back.
So Richard C is coming through, and he's coming through with two different types of energy. I'm first seeing him being tall and walking a lot, and sort of like bent down with his head down, walking a lot. I'm not sure if he was a commuter in a downtown district where he would walk a lot back and forth to work, or back, or he's just showing me himself walking a lot, or he could have been a hiker. But I see him with long legs, quite tall, and introspective while he's walking. But then I also see him a little rounded and a little bald, and a little bit of hair on this side, on the sides, and maybe a little more round than this tall gentleman. So I'm a little confused. He's showing me a little bit of both, not unless this is a father and a grandfather, or a father and a father-in-law. But let me know. Does that make sense? Does that sound like Richard? She says, yep. Okay.
Yep. Okay.
So this gentleman with his head down, walking everywhere. He's saying that it's important to search for peace. He said he was chasing happiness, and played by the rules, so to speak, and was believing that was the root of happiness. But really, we have to create our own happiness first, and then follow somebody else's rules, if that makes sense. Like he thought that, well, if I did this would make me happy, and if I did that, then that would make me happy. And it was almost like the dream, which is fine to have a goal or a dream and something, but happiness has to be cultivated within you first before you can start going on the dream. Like, you bring happiness with you. You can't not have happiness and then go run for it. So he's saying, make sure you have happiness first. Make sure you work in happiness before you walk onto that dream. Hope that makes sense.
Wow. That's wonderful advice. I love that. Okay, so I also think I have two people that came in, but I'm not quite sure. The first one, I believe, is Dad. And he says, I have visitations with you all the time. Look at this. There's a lady. I know it's a lady and not a man, but it's like this person said, you open the window and I'll come right through and I'll visit you. But it's like I've come to you, whether it be in dreams or just you'll hear a song, you'll see a feather, there's other things that tell you. He said, just look for those small things. I know my friend gets dimes. She finds dimes everywhere, and that's her dad. So you might think about that. The second thing he wants you to know is you don't have to do anything at all to ever prove anything to me. Even though I'm on the other side, we tend to want to make our parents happy. He said, you already make me happy just being who you are. You don't have to do anything extra. Is there something coming through, Jean?
Well, that's the happiness that he said. You make me happy.
Okay.
He already had you.
Yeah.
You were what made me happy. I'm not sure if you thought that he never found happiness, but you made him happy, and that was amazing that you just said that. I felt like,
yeah. Yep. He said you don't have to do anything because you were wonderful. Yeah. Now, the two cards, I don't know, maybe him or someone else that's with him. The first card is a little tough to show because it's addiction. It could be somebody that drank a lot or had some kind of an addiction. But the issue here, or worked too long and too hard. But also remember, if your father was in the generation of earlier generation, cocktail hour was all the time at 5 o'clock for everybody that I ever knew. I don't see that anymore as much, but yeah, at that time. But I also get a wise guy. So it's like somebody that was jokey or funny and so if I got this, I would know it was my dad because he's like that. But I don't know if that's your dad or it could be someone with him right now. So anyway, thank you so much. Thank you, Leah. Your grandmother leaves coins on your path as messages. Oh, okay. That's nice. Yeah. Awesome. He was baldish. Thank you, Jean. And Terry, I get that he was absent, so I appreciative he was mean, but I wasn't in his life. Okay. Oh, so you didn't live together? Is that what I'm getting? That you weren't particularly in his life, so you might not know some certain things. Okay, that's what. If I'm wrong, Leah, tell
maybe
me.
that's where the happiness, that's why he
Yeah.
was so like a disgruntled, because something happened that just really made him bitter his whole life, and this is what caused him to be mean. And she was 8 out of 8 kids, and he ignored her. Okay.
That was
Mhm.
the addiction. He was addicted to everything else. It might not have been liquor, but it was, yeah, no time for you. After the divorce, okay. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. That's a hard thing. My daughter's father did the same. He just kind of bailed out, never really cared. But you're so lovable. So yes, be happy, love you. I think he realizes on the other side, well, I really screwed up with that one. Yeah. God bless you, honey. All right. She put it up twice. All right. All right. So now we have Rachel Urs. Urs is her father's name. Urs. That's a
Oh,
different name. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I'll put that back up. Thank you, Rachel. Oh, it's your husband. Okay.
mhm.
Yes, not your father. I'm sorry. Okay.
Was he religious? Did he meditate? I'm seeing an image of a Buddha, and it doesn't mean that he was a Buddhist. It just means that, he had spirituality, and he had, quiet time, prayer time, meditation time. I feel as though he's showing me this symbol of spirituality and connection. Um, I feel as though he had strong convictions, whatever they were, whether it was religious or spiritual, or just he had his own philosophies, and he didn't really follow what other people would say, do, or think. He was very much a self-made man and have his own thoughts, and do things his own way. I'm not sure if he was a creative kind of an artist, or he had his own company, or he built his own house. I mean, it was something that he only saw his vision and worked around that vision and relied on himself, and not he wasn't like just one of the herd, so to speak. But he was creative, unique, and it really lived his life on his own terms, and made it up along the way, like whatever he felt. And It could have been something that was handed down through his family, like a entrepreneurial type of creative individual, that I could see. But he did it his own way. Everything he did his own way. Does this make sense to you, Rachel? Do I
Mhm.
have the right guy for you? He's
You
very
can,
passionate. He's very, in the sense that what he liked and what he did with strong conviction. But I just need
mhm.
to make sure that Rachel is still here, especially with the mediumship. I don't know if she
Yeah.
is.
She was, because she just gave me the last, I typed in
Oh,
just his name. So
oh,
she is, I believe, here. If you could
okay.
just write in the chat and we could know if that
Does it
made
sound
sense
like
to you,
him?
that would be awesome. Yeah.
It's okay if it
Yeah.
doesn't. Maybe I have somebody else's husband, but there's this guy
Yep.
with
Yep.
a strong.
Yep.
He was creative and independent. Thank you. This is the way
Okay.
he's. So I
Good.
know I have the right guy. So,
Mhm.
Urs, what message do you have for Rachel? He's saying, "You were the light of my life. He loved you, adored you, and appreciated you more than he could ever say, but not religious. That's fine. That's fine.
Mhm.
No problem." I think that I could have interpreted that point differently. Um, the creative and independent part and the passionate part. And I do feel as though he had connection with his spirit guides. This is the creativity part that he got these ideas and inspiration. And I feel as though there was a guide, or he was guided, or he just believed in himself, and it was also with guidance. Um, He's letting you
Mm.
know that he's always around you, that he's also guiding you. And he says, "You don't have to be like me." He says, "You don't have to stay in our house. You don't have to follow the way I did things." He said, "I did these things because they made me happy and it worked for me." He said, "You don't have to do the same things. Like if you can't keep up the business that was creative that he started, then, and it's not you," he's saying, "Don't worry about those things that he built or created." He's saying, you make sure you do what supports your needs and your wants and your desires. He's saying, don't take things so literally, because it was almost like a Monopoly game that he was playing with while he was here. And now the Monopoly game, he closed the board, put the lid on, and he put it under the couch there, so that now you can build. He's telling you to get out the game of life, not
Wow.
Monopoly.
Wow.
He play.
He wanted to come through, didn't he? He really wanted to give her a message. That's beautiful. Wow.
Yep, he wants you to
This is an
continue on
interesting.
with your life for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Don't stop just because he's gone, Rachel. Wow. Okay.
So, Rachel, I have to wonder, was he involved in either, because you brought up a game and I got the prophecy card where this woman is reading the cards. Now, it could be that she's playing solitaire. It doesn't mean that it is, but prophecy says, I think it was sort of something that he may have known he was going to die early, or there's something about it. But if not, then it's he liked games or liked to play cards with people or whatever. But I don't know. That's pretty strong, and that might be the religious thing you brought up. That's why I say it, because it's more working with spirit. Um, he said we just didn't have enough time. He said we had time, but not enough. And I'm sorry that we didn't have longer, because I loved you so, and I still love you so. And I'm sorry that I had to leave. He said, I want you to feel peaceful. I want you to feel peaceful and to know that I'm around and that you can talk to me. And if you talk to me, you can listen in your head and you will get the answer. I've had that myself when I've asked a question of my dad or my mom or whatever, and I get what they would have said in my head. So it's like you can figure out probably what he would say. But he said, you are at a crossroads right now, and things are going to start. He said, but I'm right there with you. So don't worry about it. It's going to be okay. Crossroads are wonderful because they bring us to new paths and new ways of doing things. So I hope that those the reading helped you from either one of us. So
Well,
thank
it
you.
helped me too, because when you put up that peace card, Buddha's image also reminds me of peace and
Mhm,
contentment and
mhm.
Zen. And he would like for, that, that
Be
you
it.
live in peace. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Hmm.
bought this and I loved it, but then I realized it's shungite, so it's good for grounding. It's really nice.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my gosh.
know. I
Wow.
know. The double whammy there. Yeah. All right, Rush, you are the last one for today. It's a comfort, Rachel. That's good, sweetheart. We sure hope that you, that you're doing okay. So we'll give Rush the last reading of the day, and then Jean and I will give a short collective message. And of course, she'll be on. We'll all both be on different shows, and then she's got one coming up at 2:00 Pacific, 5:00 Eastern time, where you can ask all kinds of cool questions. All right. So you want spirit guides, Rush. All right. Thank you, Judith. You have a good week. Yeah.
So, Rush, I'm getting an image of a female, and she's a little bit on the taller side and on the slim side, and she wears like tops that are close to her body, but not anything suggestive at all. But just she's comfortable in her own skin, I feel, and she is taller, and I see her bending over and doing something sort of like on the tabletop. You know how a kitchen table sometimes is lower in some houses, and if you are working on something or painting something, or I see you like bending down and doing something. I'm not sure if you have like an easel that you paint here and then you bend down to do something. There's something that I see this woman bending down and paying attention to something that's a little bit lower than counter height. And I do see this woman being autonomous and maybe introspective, and having overcome relationships that she replays in her own mind. But she's very content for the most part, and almost has like a broken heart or a love that she lost, that just because she had the ability to, or the opportunity to have that love in her life at one time, even though the love was lost or the opportunity was lost, it was just the love itself changed her and helped her to love herself and to understand her value and her worth. And she almost carries this in her heart everywhere she goes, and almost honors that relationship or that person with every step that she takes. It's like maybe even somebody saved you or helped you or got you out of a jam or something, and you're forever walking in appreciation for what that person did for you, and you vow to carry on honoring that person's generosity and kindness to you. I'm not sure, it could have been a family member, a friend, a boss, or somebody that really watched over you. But you really do honor this person, and you take care of yourself because this person taught you that and reflected this back to you. And it's just something so valuable in your life. So this is what I'm feeling, Rush. I'm not sure if this has anything to do with you or if it's a family member that you're familiar with, but that's what I was picking up.
Wow, that one wanted to come through. And sometimes they supersede. The messages are superseded by what is most important. So that's beautiful. I get sweet alchemy for you, transmutation, inner light, and cycles of growth, and we're all going through them. When you alchemize something, it becomes something else. So when you're back in the day, lead was turned into gold. And so for us, we need to, quote, get the lead out and find our own gold. So that's what the alchemy is. You also got familiar steps. So look to any recurring dreams or any reclaimed truths. So there might be something that you are working with, or that may be an aha moment, and you might stop and say, oh, I remember that. Oh, that makes sense now. That's what it's saying. Retrace the steps, reclaim the knowledge. Because all we're ever doing here on Earth anyway is remembering. We already know all this stuff. We're just remembering it because we've been here before. All right. Thank you, Rush. All right.
Yeah, I'm curious if it sounds like herself or her mother or an aunt or somebody that she knows that had this air. But this person's definitely around you. Okay, goosebumps and happy tears. Okay, so,
good.
All right,
well, that's good. All right. So just a short reading for the collective for the week ahead. The word that's popping up in my head is service. Be of service to yourself and others. You can do this very easily. Smiling at someone, being kind to somebody, picking up something on the road while you're on trash, while you're on a walk and throwing it away. You're being of service to Mother Nature, watering plants, spending some time outside. Think about how you can serve others, but first serve yourself this week.
oh, that was beautiful, Aley. I love that.
Thank you.
I was just getting, don't give up hope. Carry hope with you. Hold on to hope. Ride hope like a magic carpet ride. Bring hope with you and let it carry you. Just don't give up hope.
Yeah. And a lot of people feel like they're end of their rope. So it is, when you're at the end of your rope, what is it? You tie it onto something and hold on. So there you go. That's fabulous. Thank you so much to Jean for being with me today. Thank you, everybody that was here. And thank you, moderators and so forth. We appreciate you very, very much. Thank you so much. Take care of yourselves.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you, Jean. Bye-bye.